Hello students, myself Meenakshi Vijay Kumar. I am working in Government Women's First Aid College, Jorgi Colony, Gulbarga. University, Karnataka State Women's University, Vijaypur. Program BA, First Sem Optional English, Session 10. The last video, in reading poetry only, I explained what is poetry. Now I am explaining what is fiction, symbol, image and imagery. Session outcome. To apprise the students about the relation of poetry with fiction and about poetic language. About fiction. Fiction refers to literature created from the imagination. Non-fiction refers to literature based on fact. Element of fiction. There are six major elements of fiction are character, plot, point of view, setting, style, and theme. The word fiction is a set of rules for how we are to apply certain pieces of writing, rather as the rules of just tells us not more than around. Fiction instructs us in what we are to do with text, not in how to true or false they are. And it suggests, for example, that we should not take them primarily as factual propositions or worry overmuch about whether what factual claims they do contain are true or false. Poetic language. Poetry is often characterized as language. The word poetic simply means verbally self conscious. The word intuitive here is meant to be factual rather than evaluate. It does not imply that a poem is always successful, intuitive, since this would rule out the possibility of bad poetry. Unit 2, reading poetry only. Already I explained what is poetry, what is prose writing. Now I will explain about the image and imagery. Emmett Abrams, A Glossary of Literary Terms. Lesson objectives. To acquaint students with the concept of imagery and the type of imagery. What is imaginary? Imaginary is a language used by poets, novelists, and other writers to create images in the mind of the reader. Imaginary includes figurative and metaphorical language to improve the reader's experience through their sense. Types of imaginary: visual imaginary, auditory imaginary, olfactory imaginary, gustatory imaginary, tactile imaginary, kinesthetic imaginary. The importance of using imaginary. Because we experience life through our sense, a strong composition should appeal to them through the use of imaginary. Imagery commonly helps build a compelling story, convincing narratives, vivid plays, well designed film set, and descriptive songs. Symbol. It is under Emmett Abrams, A Glossary of Literary Terms. Lesson objectives to enlighten students about symbolism. Meaning of symbolism. A symbol is any image or thing that stands for something else. Every word is a symbol for the idea it represents. Flags are symbol of nation. Explanation. In Greek mythology, the gods are symbol for forces of nature. Example, Poseidon is a symbol for the sea. The kinds of symbols. public conventional symbol, private contextual symbols. Public symbols are objects or events that are symbolic by virtue of poet's handling of them in a particular poem. Personal symbol by exploiting widely shared association between an object or event or action and particular concept. And types of symbolism: metaphor, simile, allegory, archetype, myth.